So seriously, please find any way to get in touch with me, and let's see what we can build.
If my obsession was eternal life, Naveed's obsession was touch. She had a
toward the side of the boat, not allowed to touch it, not allowed to get out, but Bonnie.
We told everybody. We got in touch with some of the people who'd been quite vocal on Twitter.
Can touch everybody you possibly can. Why do that much? Why go that far?
This time, the man doesn't touch the money. Where are you from?
Me a letter. And after I put him in touch with Team Rope...
All are. And when we lose touch with that, we start looking for ourselves in the reflections of the world around us. People and...
phones from time to time to keep in touch with their reality. So...
Mrs. Clinton, we should stay in touch. What's the best way to reach you? Email?
That individual, she says, we're going to get in touch with her, and she worked with that individual.
There's some very specific ways that I do that, and I'm going to touch on those. Let's look at a couple of these.
There, because it just might actually get them back in touch with their customers and restore their value.
Regulation, reasonably light touch, that focuses on the use of standards that are applicable to all devices.
Three-dimensional, come on, touch the damn thing. It's just...
more frequently, touching them more often. And the more you touch them, the more they're likely to see them.
One of the things that I'll touch upon, because I think it's so core to this concept.
So I want to touch on something, Elizabeth, that you mentioned, is that you had a sister.
Did he keep in touch with family in
Kohala?
Oh,
yeah. Well.
So the more lives you have in order to touch, okay? This is also the seed.
Types of unconscious bias, but I'm going to touch on a couple of the major ones.
It's just me directly in touch with people who like my work. The same goes for my writing.
Just in case she doesn't want to be outed, who I'd never met, got in touch with me. And she said, and I hadn't shared any of this stuff with her.
First step. And so I wanted to just touch briefly on this question.
You just kind of, put your hands and you don't touch them. And I said, that makes me nervous because
I would say, because I've been in more touch here with...
And I'm still in touch with a few of them, but one thing that has happened...
Good boy. Now we touch. And then you get the dog who eventually...
I mean, the minute they touch our website, without even giving us a name...
Excellent programs. We're not going to touch them, except insofar as we might...
Even early on to touch the heart at all. And...
I'd say, go in, get your stuff done, don't touch anything, and get out as quickly as possible.
Our goal isn't to touch everyone. Our goal is to touch someone, to change someone. Just one person.
Our gifts, you who have sunlight in your fingertips, touch our drums, make us hear the rising.
Keep in touch with what we're doing, and if something comes up that you're...
Do you stay in touch with people that used to work for you? How often are there...
Sorry? They have to cook more. You need to go out and buy food and get back in touch with your food and not get
diagram, which I wanted to touch on as all those things came up, and I hope you recognize most of them as they built, is...
And I think many quieter and shyer people need to get in touch with that, because once you start realizing
coming down.